Welcome to Oceania Cruises. Oceania Cruises is the world's largest upper premium cruise line. The finest cuisine at sea, award-winning itineraries, and outstanding value define Oceania Cruises' five-star product and have positioned the company as the cruise line of choice for travelers seeking a truly refined and casual, elegant travel experience. Oceania Cruises appeals to discerning, sophisticated travelers in search of world-class cuisine, unparalleled personal service, and an enriching, in-depth, destination-oriented experience. While most of the guests are slowly waking up, much is already going on behind the scenes. Some crew members are already hard at work, while some just woke up and are preparing for the day ahead. The crew mess is a busy spot in the morning, whether you need a quick cup of coffee and a roll or a full breakfast. On port days, in the morning, guests are eager to go ashore, on tour or on their own, and the crew of the Terrace Cafe is hard at work so that the guests can eat a nutritious breakfast before catching their tours. The breakfast cooks and the bakers have worked all night to make sure the buffet is supplied with plenty of fresh fruits, wholesome protein, and enticing pastries. The waitstaff is there to supply cheery, fast, and efficient service. Well, mostly. While the captain maneuvers the ship into port, breakfast is underway in the dining room, while some guests opt for breakfast in their stateroom. In the galley and at the Terrace Cafe, the cooks and the waitstaff keep up with the demand with good humor, and that's not always easy. In housekeeping, the stewardesses and their assistants have started work on the staterooms. After the guests leave their cabins to go ashore, they will make the beds, vacuum, clean the bathrooms, and tidy up. Their work demands discipline, a good sense of order, and attention to detail. Like a city at rush hour, the ship is buzzing with activity. Everyone's striving to make this another perfect day. The ship receives provisions today, and even though the merchandise has been pre-checked, it will go through a final inspection before it is taken on board. Very high standards are applied to every aspect of product and service on board Oceania Cruises, and merchandise that doesn't meet those standards simply will not be accepted. Another reason a cruise ship is similar to a city is that it must be self-sufficient, and to that effect, the onboard technical staff carries on the maintenance of the ship and its equipment. The amount of work accomplished each cruise by the crew is hard to understand for someone who's never been on board. Some of the work is physically intensive, and the crew is trained to work sensibly and to always keep safety in mind. Crew members on ships work 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the answer to the most asked question is, no, there is no day off. During your daily work breaks, you can, though, go ashore, relax, or send an email home. Throughout the ship, work goes on, and whether at the reception, the gift shop, or the spa, the crew provides the superb service that sets Oceania Cruises apart. There's much to be done between breakfast and lunch. In the galley, the cooks prepare lunch, which opens in less than an hour. Planning, preparation, and flawless execution are applied to every facet of the Oceania Cruises product and perfected over time. And the end product is unique in quality and value. In all public areas, you encounter guests. And even when answering the same question for the 100th time that same day, you find the patience to answer with a smile and a kind word. because that's what is expected of you on Oceania Cruises. Throughout your stay on board, you'll attend signature service training, which will give you the tools you need to develop your guest contact skills. Most of the guests who went ashore in the morning come back on board for lunch. Some of them will eat at the Terrace Cafe, and some will want a leisurely lunch in the dining room. All will appreciate the delicious food, the cheerful and refined service, and the welcoming atmosphere that you will provide. Cleaning takes place around the clock on a ship. Maintaining cleanliness is essential, and though the housekeeping department is responsible for most of the daily maintenance, all crew members share in the responsibility. During the afternoon hours, the pace relaxes a little, at least to the untrained eye. Behind the scenes, though, the crew is busy. There are preparations going on for tea time, while the galley gets a good scrubbing before the cooks come back in to get dinner going. As the ship sails, tea is served. In the afternoon, you can usually enjoy some free time to relax or do chores, all depending on your schedule, of course. On Deck 5, the gift shop staff prepares for a special sale, and while guests shop or get pampered, the bakers prepare the specialty breads that will be served at dinner. The afternoon goes on, and everyone is on the go, from the spa fitness instructors to the entertainers rehearsing tonight's show. Around the ship, the crew and the guests start to get ready for the evening. The captain is hosting a reception for the guests tonight, and preparations are underway. No detail is overlooked to make the guests feel pampered on board Oceania Cruises. Quality of product and service is the cornerstone of Oceania Cruises. Briefings occur daily to ensure that everyone is on the same page, and in all departments, the managers provide constant training. Attention to details is reflected in the outstanding cuisine and superior service the crew provides. Most of the guests attend the captain's reception, where the staff serves drinks and canapes. As the reception draws to a close, the captain, his officers, and staff share a toast with the guests. Dinner is served. The dining room and the specialty restaurants are packed with guests enjoying the excellent food and superb service that combined make Oceania Cruises one of a kind. And behind the scenes, the pressure is on. Nothing short of perfection will come out of the galley. Some guests have already dined and visit the lounges to take in the entertainment, while some are just starting dinner. And when the Terrace Cafe closes, everything must be put away until the start of another day. After the cooking is done and the guests have left the restaurants, everyone pitches in to clean up. It takes a lot of work to return the ship to its pristine condition after a full day's activities. The cleaning team works late into the night to return the galleys to impeccable cleanliness, while other crew members, at last finished with the day's duties, find time to relax in the crew gym, the crew bar, or at the occasional crew party. For the guests, the day is slowly winding down. Some guests will try their luck at the casino, while others visit the lounges for entertainment and a nightcap. Through the night, in the galley, at the reception, on the bridge, and in the engine room, crew members carry on their duties, planning, preparing, cleaning, and cooking, keeping the guests and crew comfortable and safe. So much hard work goes on behind the scenes, 24 hours a day, and as dawn approaches, the ship is clean and refreshed, ready for another great day aboard Oceania Cruises. Going to work on a ship for the first time is an adventure, one that requires careful preparation. Once you are interviewed and become an accepted candidate for hire, you will receive an information booklet to guide you through the pre-embarkation process, including what to bring with you. This booklet was created to give you as much information as you might possibly need about shipboard life, and it's essential that you read it through thoroughly. If you have any unanswered questions after reading the booklet, make sure to ask your recruiting agent or contact. Remember, there's no such thing as a dumb question.
Hello, welcome to Oceania Cruises. My name is Terry and I'm the Crew Resource Manager, and I would like to tell you what your first week is going to be like on board our vessel.
You will be traveling from home to join the ship in the port of call it is in. And for some of you, this may be far from home. It certainly can be a long and tiring journey for many of you. When you get to the ship, you will first clear the port's security. You will then be asked to show your identification, so have your passport and your employment contract available to show the security agent. You will then be taken to the gangway, where you'll be asked to board the ship. Once on board, the ship's security team will again check your identity, and your luggage will also be scanned. You will then be escorted to the area where the sign-in procedure takes place, which is generally outside the crew purser's office or in the crew bar. You will receive your life jacket and safety card. Your life jacket is numbered and assigned to a specific position on board in case of an emergency. Learn your safety number, which is written on the front of your life jacket. The officer will give you an appointment to meet later to receive specific instructions regarding your duties in case of an emergency on board. The computer operator will give ICS crew members sign-on documents to fill out on the spot. After you turn in these documents back to the computer operator, have your passport, your medical form, your seaman's book, the yellow fever card, STCW or safety certificate, and your employment contract all together so that you are ready to meet with the crew purser. You then go to the crew purser's office with all of your documents, and you do the sign-in process with the crew purser. Your passport, seaman's book, and yellow fever card are kept by the crew purser in a safe for your entire stay on board, so that it is on hand whenever requested by the immigration authorities of the different countries the ship visits. When you've completed the sign-on process, the crew purser will give you an appointment time to meet with the safety officer. If you are an ICS crew member, the crew purser will also give you an appointment time to meet with the computer operator again later in the day. Let's watch as crew members sign on the regatta.
Do you have your medical certificates?
Yes, I do.
Any STCW safety certificates? Okay, super. Anne-Marie. My name is Paul, I'm the crew purser.
Okay.
How was your journey in?
Long.
Long.
Very long. On the lab results.
Okay. I'm just going to take your picture. Okay, after 3, 1, 2, 3.
For cabin key.
This is for your cabin key and boarding card. Okay, this is also used if you want to purchase something from the gift shops upstairs. It'll also charge directly onto your shipboard account. Okay. Okay, so this is the key to your room. It's room 2312, and Maya will show you there.
2312.
2312.
After meeting the crew purser, you'll be escorted to your cabin. The cabins are small and usually contain 2 bunks, a desk, and a bathroom with a shower stall. Your escort will also tell you when and where to report for duty later in the day. And you'll have time to unpack and procure your uniforms. If you work in the housekeeping department, and if it's guests' embarkation day, you may be asked to report for duty immediately. Embarkation is a busy day for the housekeeping staff. During your first week on board, you'll attend many safety and security meetings, and for the length of your stay on board, you will attend a weekly crew boat drill. The instructions you will receive at these meetings and drills are vital to your safety and the safety of everyone on board. Roll call is taken during the boat drill, and attendance of all crew is mandatory. The crew boat drill takes place when the ship is in port and most passengers are ashore, and lasts around 1 hour. It simulates what would happen if a real emergency forced the crew and guests to abandon the vessel.
During the week, you will see me for additional training, and part of that will be a welcome induction. You will have a tour of the ship and get to know some of the officers and understand what our policies are, and then we'll call you in for something called signature service. That's our guest contact skill program, and you'll be with me for 3 trainings with that. And later on, when you finish your first cruise, I will be happy to invite you to a welcome breakfast in the grand dining room where we can talk about your first cruise or 2 and see where you are, see how your adjustment is going, and have you make recommendations for the next group of new joiners so that we can make it a little easier for them based on your personal experience. In the meantime, we welcome you aboard and hope that this is a great contract for you. I just want to assure you that we're all here to help you and that you're not alone.
Listen to some of the regatta's crew members talking about their first experience on board a cruise ship.
It was good. It was a bit scared because he didn't know what to expect and know the people we were going to work with. So I was a bit scared, but it was fine. Yeah, it was good.
It was like scaring.
Yes, I do remember my first day, but I would like to say it's a little bit tough, a little bit lost, you know. I mean, new place, new people, new language. But end of the day, you are happy, you know. You learn a lot of things to be here. You are very happy to be here, end of the day.
It's a big adjustment. It's learning to work with people from all over the world. It's a totally different system to on land. But it's just, yeah, it takes about a month just to learn to fall in and to work.
For me, no. I come here to look for my future.
First day you get this information, hundreds of thousands of tons of information. You don't know what to do. You get in the dining room, they told you, forget everything what you did before on the ground. You have to start to learn from the zero. And that's the truth, you have to start to learn from the zero. The first day is actually your ground zero. You're starting everything beginning.
I was really, scared because it was my first time,
Yeah, my first day on board the ship was terrific, and it was very impressive for me because it was a big ship, 1,800 passengers, and it was very hard for me to make my way around the ship.
Well, my very first day on board of the ship was very overwhelming. It was the first time I was ever going on board of a cruise ship, and I was excited, I was nervous, and at the same time I was eager to start my new experience on the cruise ship. I would say the first week on board, it is the toughest. I've of course learned that the first month is tough also, because we are adapting to our work area, we are adapting to our work schedule, we are going to courses, safety courses, orientation courses, additional to our work schedule. So I would say it is very overwhelming the first 2-3 weeks, even the first month.
Oh, my very first day on board of cruise ships, it was absolutely, for me it was disaster. Why? Because everybody were running, I didn't know what's going on around. First time on board, first touch with the ship and everything, it was really, actually from one side, bad experience, but it was one side as well, nice experience. Why? Because you can find yourself and to organize yourself and to find yourself in this kind of job. you will get the help. Why? Because whenever you come on board, there is always somebody who is very helpful, especially your supervisors, to put you on the right track and to show you the way how you will perform on the floor and any kind of venues on board.
I remember my very first day on board, I was terrified. I was so tired from traveling and I had to work straight away, so I was terrified. How I made it through is I had very, very helpful colleagues who showed me around and showed me how the work is to be done. So I survived the first day. I thought I wouldn't, but I did.
My first day got better because the people were really nice and everybody helped me around, the people that I work with and my roommate.
The first week on board was very overwhelming. There was a lot of training. We didn't really get time to mix with a lot of people because of the training. It was very ongoing. It was very intense training as well. There was a lot of information that we had to take in when we first got on board.
As you can see, everyone who preceded you on board went through the same experience. Give yourself time to adapt. And remember, we are happy to have you with us. Working on a cruise ship is hard, demanding work that requires determination, endurance, and commitment. To help you make the right decision about joining our ranks, we have interviewed some of the crew members on board the regatta. What was your first reaction to your cabin?
You know, when I go to the inside of the ship, when I saw the room small, my bed said small, so now this will be my home, my bed.
It was normal. I didn't expect too much. And I share my cabin with one different nationality, and it was a Filipino and it was a nice person. So there was no problem to share a cabin with a new person.
First time when I walked in my cabin, my impression was I said, wow, it is small. Yes, they are small, but they're very adequate and very comfortable. And when you have a good roommate, it even makes it better.
Do you have time to go ashore?
Actually, I'm not very often outside. I keep concentrated about my job, and if I have time, only if I have time, I can go outside.
We really work hard on the ships, and we get the chance to get off the boats of the cruise ship and visit the ports of call. Some days are numbered, colored days we have, white, blue, black, red, and so on and so forth. That means it's in port manning. And if your day is white, which today is white and black, I am white, I am not allowed to go out of the boat because I have to tender inside the boat in case of emergency. But whenever we get the opportunity to get off the cruise ship, we do, and take pictures, souvenirs, and breathe the fresh air of the city that we are visiting.
Yes, there is not so actually a lot of time to go, but it's nice to go outside to see it, and it's beautiful places around the world.
Yes, we are given some time off, a few hours off, no days off on the ship, but that's okay. It's up to you to work it out with your colleagues on when you can get time off.
What's your favorite part of living on board?
Since I joined the ship, a lot of things I've seen, yeah. You know, first of all, I meet a lot of people. I meet a lot of tradition. I mean, I saw plenty things. I cannot say for a moment. Like different culture, different ideas, and yeah, different places. Yeah, different places.
My favorite part on living on board is making new friends, talking with new friends. Yes, it is difficult in the beginning, but when you get in the routine, you make new friends, you live in the dynamic of the ship. It's a close-knit family. We are approximately 400 employees here, and you make new contacts. It's all about life.
My favorite part on board on ships is the way I see so many places. I wouldn't be able to see the many places if I work in the Philippines, and I love traveling. I am very, very grateful that I have seen the world.
Yeah, I think, you know what, the ship makes you grow as a person. When I started on the ship, I was a kid. I just turned 21. And I was just out of school. I'd studied 2 years, but I hadn't really worked at home, and this was my first proper job. And yeah, based in the last 2 years, I think I've done a lot of growing up. Learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about other people.
What I like at least here, it's first of all, it's the nature of the people. First of all, with who you're working with. It's very nice because it's a multinational crew on board, first of all, and you're working with the guests, and this is a hosting business, and it's really nice if you got that kind of nature to please to the people, to interact with the people, to socialize and everything. It's really, really nice experience.
What's the hardest part of living on a ship?
The hardest time is, you know, you have to know where is it. For example, is restaurant, where is the restaurant, where is the terrace cafe, where is the polo grill, where is the laundry, where is the crew mess, the places. The hardest things, places to learn. Do not be lost between the corridors. When you go to the corridors, you lost, you say, oh, this corridor is same, the other one is same, you know. You learn by the time.
For the first couple of days, we don't really feel homesick because you're doing so much, you're always on the go. But eventually when things start dying down, it does start to set in, and you know, you do tend to miss everybody at home and your lifestyle at home as well. Family, I miss my family the most, and also the lifestyle. So, you know, and the freedom as well, not getting to go out whenever we want to, or just to go where we want to when we want to. So the freedom is one thing that we miss quite a bit.
The most difficult is, of course, the work, because it's a lot of hours and 7 days a week. But I think when you like your job, you forget about the hours, and you keep going. You give your best.
We have to admit we have less time for ourselves. We are always around people, most of the time working, some sleeping. So I would say the least part is being alone or having some time for yourself.
Yes, the moment we get on board, the crew person first tell you don't miss the trainings, because that is very important for the safety of me and for the passenger. I do agree with that, and according to the SOLAS rules, you have to do all the trainings for the safety of passengers and for everybody on board.
What advice would you give to the people watching this?
The first advice I would give someone who is wanting to take a different path in his professional career, may it be in the kitchen, galley, may it be in the room service or housekeeping, always do a research. If it fits your mold of character, if it speaks to your heart, if you are passionate about it, which is the most important word, passionate about it, and always do a research, talk to friends, talk to people who have worked in cruise ships. With the new age of computers, it is very easy to find those informations on blogs, on chat lines. Do your research and come to a conclusion, and don't be ashamed. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If it's for you, then take the step and jump in the cruise ship business, because it's a very big experience. You will learn a lot, you will teach a lot, and you will be a much of a fuller person at the end of your contract.
Well, hello. My name is Nicola Volpe. I'm the General Manager. And on behalf of the senior management on board, I would like to extend a warm welcome aboard the regatta to all of you, and welcome to the Oceania family. All of us on board are firm believers of fair leadership and mutual respect. We work very hard to please our guests, and in order to do a very good job, we have come to realize that it is important that we all work as a team and we always maintain a nice, healthy and happy atmosphere on the ship. Life at the beginning will not be easy. In addition to your regular duties, you will be asked to do extra trainings for signature service, safety training, safety drills, and so on. I just want to tell you that you are not alone. Remember, you have your department heads, the crew resources manager, myself. We'll always be there for you, to guide you, to advise you and assist you throughout your time on board. Enjoy your contract, and I look forward to meeting all of you around the ship.
Hello, I'm Captain Flocos. On behalf of all of us at Oceania Cruises, welcome aboard. As already know, most of you, Oceania Cruise Line has a fleet of 3 ships, Regatta, Insignia and Nautica, and soon we'll expand our fleet by adding 2 ships and possibly 3. Life at sea can be very rewarding. As all of us, we travel around the globe, we meet new people, we make new friends, and the most important is that we're visiting so many countries that most of the people do it in a lifetime. But also, among with rewards, we have the challenges. And I believe the most important challenge for us is that we are away from home, from our family and our friends. But now all of you, you're part of the Oceania family. And everyone aboard the ship is ready to help you and get adjusted in the ship's life. You will get the support from your teammates and the training that you will receive. I am sure that all of you, you will feel confident to do your job well, to interact with your fellow crew members, and the most important, delivering the Oceania experience to our guests that they're expecting. Once again, welcome, and I will be seeing you around the ship.
We thank you for watching this presentation as we welcome the opportunity to better inform prospective crew members about what life is really like on board a cruise ship. We sincerely hope that it will help you decide if joining Oceania Cruises should be the next step in your personal and professional journeys. If you decide to persevere in your efforts to find employment with us, please know that you will be welcome on our ships, and we will do everything in our power to make you feel a respected and valued part of our team. We hope that your experience with Oceania Cruises will be positive and rewarding. We are all looking forward to meeting on board Oceania Cruises.